A lot just happened this week in football. Now, did you catch all of it? Don't worry, because I've got you covered. These are the 7 running backs you need to add immediately. Beginning with the Cardinals running back Eno Benjamin, because not only did James Conner leave with a rib injury, but also backup running back, third string running back Darrell Williams also left this game with a knee injury, which means Eno Benjamin was the only running back left in the fourth quarter. And this translated to Benjamin playing 37 of 69 snaps, which was 54% of the snaps, and he's earned 11 touches. But that's not all, because on the season now, Benjamin, on his somewhat limited touches and opportunities, is top 10 in yards per touch. That's your efficiency, your production per touch. But he's also second in the entire NFL amongst all running backs in yards created per touch, what he does independent of his offensive line. And this leads to a lot of upside. And if Conner or Williams miss more time, he will see more touches. And now in deeper leagues, you want to add Jonathan Ward if both backs miss time in Arizona. He's a solid pass catching running back. And solid is an understatement. He has a 48 and 34 reception season amongst his college resume, which if you have over 20 receptions as a college back, that is a strong season. He has double that. But for most leagues, you're prioritizing Eno Benjamin and this next back. And that would be Jaylen Warren, who we have been talking about for a while now, and he has officially arrived. Because this past week, he actually played one more snap than Naji Harris, yes. Now, there is a disclaimer here. This game was a blowout, and Warren saw a lot of run in the fourth quarter when Naji was pulled. But it's very important that you know this next stat. Naji Harris came into the week outside the top 50 running backs in efficiency and yards per touch. In this past week, he averaged just 1.8 yards per touch, which means now he's going to be outside the top 60 running backs in efficiency. And not to mention, his overall snaps and opportunities are also down this year. And now his efficiency is also down. This is a major concern, especially when the undrafted rookie Jaylen Warren is top 12 right now amongst running backs in efficiency. He's going to start earning more touches. So add him before he breaks out, but then don't add this next RB. And that would be Dion Jackson, who was a great add last week at this time before the news came out that Phillip Lindsay would be added to the active roster. He was actually featured in this video as an ad. And he ended up coming through for us. Over 13 fantasy points on 80 total yards and 17 touches. Solid. However, there is one big issue. This usage clearly isn't sustainable because Jonathan Taylor missed and Nyheim Hines suffered a concussion on the third play of the game. And both backs are expected back soon and potentially even this week. Meaning that all of Jackson's value goes away, so pass on him but add this rookie. And that would be Tampa Bay back Rashad White, who has been an ad every single week, yet he's still available in over 50% of leagues. Because this past week, Rashad White played a season high and now career high 39% of the snaps. It led to 8 touches for 42 yards. Solid usage. And check this out. Rashad White is an elite pass catcher. Last year alone in college, he had 43 receptions, almost triple the average college back. In this past week, he posted those 8 touches, but it came on 4 targets, meaning he now has 9 targets earned over the last 2 weeks from Tom Brady. Slowly earning Brady's trust is major. Now, Fournette's still the guy here, but he's missed multiple games every year of his career. So add White before a potential first start of his career and then get this RB. And this running back we're about to mention is an ad because Damian Harris injured his hamstring and is likely to miss time. He didn't return to this game, meaning that rookie Pierre Strong is a solid ad this week. He's likely to be the RB2. Because as you can see from the Patriots head beat reporter Mike Reese, Bill Belichick has already stated that Ty Montgomery, who's eligible to return this week off IR, isn't likely to practice, so he's not going to play. Which means that Pierre Strong is going to step into this RB2 usage, and here's what you need to know about Strong. This dude is a crazy athlete. These are his workout metrics. Obviously, the higher the bar is, the better. Top 1% speed of all time. Top 15% burst of all time. Great agility. He is a strong athlete, especially in open space. But not only is he athletic, the dude is productive. Because last year alone, when you add up his nearly 1,700 rushing yards with his 150 receiving yards, he had over 1,800 total yards, 18 scores, and that's why he was a 4th-round pick this year. The dude is solid. So grab him before your buddies do, especially in deeper leagues, but then avoid this next RB. And that would be Craig Reynolds. Don't add him. Because you might be tempted to add him after him having a decent fantasy day, and he actually led the Lions backfield over Jamal Williams, 9 more snaps played than Jamal Williams. And he actually ran 12 more routes than Williams. He kind of took on the DeAndre Swift role, which is great usage, but here's the issue. The Detroit Lions are on bye this week, so they're not playing week 6, and after week 6, DeAndre Swift is expected to return, which means Reynolds is no longer fantasy relevant, so don't add him, but do add this rookie RB. And you want to stash James Cook, who is currently coming off of the best fantasy outing of his short career with 9.1 fantasy points. He had 4 carries. He broke a long touchdown run of 20+ yards. Now, here's what the underlying usage says. Cook only played 10 of the 56 snaps, and a lot of it was in the blowout late in the game, so it's 18% of the snaps, but for the rookie, this is decent usage. But more importantly, the Buffalo Bills have a bye next week, and here's why this matters. Coaches adjust their players' roles during the bye weeks, and rookies are the ones who benefit the most from this. Translation, Cook could have a much larger role in just 2 weeks, so add him, but avoid this backfield. And I said it last week, but I'll say it again. Avoid the Atlanta Falcons backfield, whether it's Tyler Algier, Avery Williams, Caleb Huntley. Avoid all these dudes. Because yes, Tyler Algier did play 39 of 66 snaps. That's 59% of the snaps, and it led to 13 carries. This is good usage. But here's the major issue. Avery Williams played 17 snaps. Caleb Huntley played 16 snaps. These guys each played at least 24% of the snaps. Plus, Damian Williams is eligible to return from the IR this week, and he was actually the RB2 in week week 1. This backfield is a mess. So avoid this situation, but add this RB. And that's Joshua Kelly, who was officially the handcuff to own for the Chargers and Austin Eckler. Because in past weeks, he was splitting the backup usage with veteran RB Sony Michel. But this past week in week 5, he outsnapped Michel 27-2. But that's not all. Kelly saw some high value snaps, multiple snaps on 3rd down and at the goal line. So consider adding him, and you also want to add the Supreme Cheat Sheet, which is the #1 tool to win your fantasy league. And if you don't win your fantasy league, the one-time payment of $10 for the entire year of all the tools and material is free. Yes, that's how confident I am in this material. If you don't win your league, I will refund the $10, the one-time payment. You get tools every single day to dominate your friends and your league mates. So if you're interested in this limited time offer for this week only, well then click the link in the description to learn more. And then go add Chuba Hubbard, especially if you're in deeper leagues, because he is the clear running back to own behind Christian McCaffrey, who by the way has been on the injury report 3 out of 5 weeks already this year. Hubbard outsnapped Deonta Foreman 11-3 for the backup duty here. Now here's what you should know about Hubbard. The dude is absolutely productive, having nearly 2,300 total yards in 1 year in college right here, over 2,000 rushing yards and almost 200 receiving yards. And in his rookie year last year, he averaged over 16 opportunities per game when McCaffrey was out. So this is kind of something you can expect if McCaffrey was to miss time this year. So grab Chuba as some injury insurance and then get this AFC back. And it's Dontrell Hilliard, who is by far and away the clear backup in Tennessee. We've talked about him before, but again, he is only added in 18% of leagues right now. Even though he's now been a flex option in 2 out of 4 weeks this year where he's played, and he played 31% of the snaps, had 12.3 points this past week. And one more thing about Hilliard. When you factor in his 4 receptions this past week, he now has 3 or more receptions in 3 out of 4 games, 75% of his games, which is strong usage for a backup. And reminder, last year he led all running backs on the ground in running back efficiency, 5.5 yards per carry, 6.3 true yards per carry. Fantastic. So you want to add him, and then if for some reason this next guy's available, go get him. And that would be Kenneth Walker, who is now a league-winning running back because Rashad Penny was carted off and likely needs surgery. And somehow Walker is still available in 40% of sleeper leagues and over 50% of Yahoo leagues. And here's what he did this past week alone. On just 8 touches, he puts up nearly 15 fantasy points, 88 yards and a touchdown. He had a big breakout rushing touchdown. He's probably the best pure running rookie RB in this class. And not only is Rashad Penny out, but the Seattle offense ranks top 10 right now in overall offensive efficiency, which is going to actually lead to some more touchdowns from Kenneth Walker. He is a league winner. If he's out there, spend the rest of your fab on him. So grab some of these RBs and avoid some of the messy situations. And then you'll want to do the exact same thing for the wide receiver position. And that wide receiver video, when it releases on Tuesday, will be right here for you beautiful, beautiful people. And if you're one of the 61% of people not subscribed, be sure to hit the subscribe button.